Hello, and welcome to the Cancer Research Institute's 2022 Virtual Immunotherapy Patient Summit. We are thrilled that you are here, joining me along with thousands of cancer patients, caregivers, and advocates tuning in right now to learn about a new way to treat cancer called immunotherapy. I'm Tamron Hall, and I'm delighted to join you once again this year for this important program. Cancer is a disease that affects every one of us. We all know someone who is going through it, just as many of you are right now. The journey from diagnosis to treatment to remission and beyond can be overwhelming. Keeping yourself informed about your treatment options and advocating for yourself or a loved one is an essential part of the process, but it can be exhausting. We hope this program will make it a little bit easier for you and your loved ones to navigate your journey. We've assembled an amazing group of the world's top cancer immunotherapy experts who are here to tell us how immunotherapy works by mobilizing our own immune system to fight cancer and to share with us the very latest updates and how it is helping cancer patients today. If immunotherapy is part of the standard of care for your type of cancer, or if it's an option for you to consider, then you will want to stick around and hear what they have to say. You will also hear from some amazing patients who will share their personal stories of navigating cancer and experiencing immunotherapy. They're here in hopes of giving some advice, impart some wisdom, and most of all, empower you to explore this type of cancer treatment that is unlike any other. I said earlier that cancer affects us all, and I am no exception. At the opening of last year's Patient Summit, I share how I lost my Uncle Mitch to cancer. My family and I miss him dearly. No one should have to experience cancer, but that's not a choice that's up to us. A choice we can make, however, is to learn all we can so that we are all better prepared to face cancer together. This event, organized by the nonprofit Cancer Research Institute, is your opportunity to find answers that we hope will give you the information and tools you need to discuss immunotherapy with your cancer healthcare team. The Cancer Research Institute is also providing free and confidential consultations in both English and Spanish for those of you who are interested in exploring your clinical trial options. These virtual appointments with one of CRI's clinical trial navigators will connect you with a navigator who can help you find a clinical trial that may be right for you or your loved one. Email us at patients@cancerresearch.org to schedule your free appointment today. The Cancer Research Institute is able to offer this unique program free of charge to you, thanks to the generous support of sponsors who share CRI's commitment to helping patients and caregivers like you to easily access expert vetted information that you can trust. All of our sessions are interactive, so post your questions in the Q&A box and we'll get to all of them, as many as we can. And finally, if you'd like to share your experience with us on social media, please use the hashtag CRI Summit. We will be following along, liking or sharing your posts, and we hope you do the same with ours. Okay, let's get into it and learn something new about how research is transforming cancer treatment right now. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Jill O'Donnell Tormey, who is the Chief Executive Officer and Director of Scientific Affairs at the Cancer Research Institute. As head of the world's first nonprofit organization to see the potential of immunotherapy and invest in the scientists who have made today's treatments possible, Dr. Tormey oversees CRI's work to power research and discovery from the laboratory to the clinic. Important work that today aims to make immunotherapy an effective treatment for all cancer patients. Please help me welcome Dr. Jill O'Donnell Tormey.
Thank you, Tamron, for that introduction. It's wonderful to have you as our host once again at this, our third virtual immunotherapy patient summit. And welcome to all of you watching this program. Whether you're watching today's webcast as it happens or accessing it via the Cancer Research Institute's on-demand video library, we're glad that you're here. I hope that you will find the information that our experts and patient speakers will share with you over the next 2 days helpful as you navigate your cancer journeys. So what is the Cancer Research Institute, or CRI for short, and why have we created this summit to help you? CRI is a nonprofit organization established in 1953 with the mission to explore the immune system's potential to treat, control, and cure cancer. As a 501c3 charity, CRI relies on donor support from individuals, foundations, and corporations to power its life-saving work. For 70 years, CRI has funded scientific research aimed at saving more lives by creating safer, less invasive, and more effective treatments that harness the power of the immune system to provide long-lasting protection against cancer. And we've succeeded. In the process, CRI created an entirely new field of cancer research called tumor immunology, also known as immuno-oncology or IO. More than 3,500 scientists at the world's leading universities and research hospitals have received funding support from CRI, allowing them to carry out their important work. Our funding decisions are guided by a distinguished scientific advisory council that directs CRI's investments into the best people with the most promising and innovative ideas. It took many years for these scientists to understand the basics of the immune system, what its components are, what they do and how, and whether they play a role in fighting cancer. It was only in the past few decades that it became clear that the immune system can detect and attack cancer cells. Turning this knowledge into effective treatments, however, for cancer patients was the real challenge. As the science advanced, CRI led the way in funding some of the earliest clinical trials testing this approach in patients. There were many disappointments along the way, but for each trial and for each patient in those trials, we learned more and more until eventually we achieved a breakthrough. In 2011, CRI Scientific Advisory Council Director and Nobel Prize winner Dr. James Allison proved definitively that immunotherapy works, that a drug he invented based on his own discoveries in the lab can mobilize a patient's immune system to keep cancer in check or even eliminate it completely. Sharon Belvin is one of the first patients to receive Dr. Allison's immunotherapy more than 16 years ago. Let's listen as Sharon and Dr. Allison tell you in their own words what that experience was like and how this story offers hope to millions of cancer patients today.
When I was 22, I was diagnosed with stage 4 melanoma. None of the approved treatments at the time worked. I thought that my life was over, and it hadn't even begun yet. And then, a miracle happened.
Sharon Belvin was the first patient that I met. It became clear to me that this basic science that I had been working on was saving lives. And at that time, surviving advanced metastatic melanoma was something that was essentially unheard of. There was this aha moment, where the tumors just melt. Virtually no one thought that immunotherapy would work until it finally did.
Immunotherapy turns on your immune system and allows your body to then fight cancer.
The answer to cancer may already be inside every one of us. Thanks to decades of research, scientists are now learning how to unlock the power of our own immune system to treat many different types of cancer.
There's a unique window of opportunity here to really understand how these different immunotherapeutic drugs work together and with other agents to benefit as many patients as possible.
Saving lives starts with the research, and getting cures for all cancers means going beyond the science we already understand.
The Cancer Research Institute has been the primary organization that's been supporting the notion of treating cancer with immunotherapy and knows better than any other organization how to get in touch with the right people, fund the right kind of research, and move this new therapy to even better heights of successfully treating patients.
Funding from the Cancer Research Institute validates our ideas and gives us confidence to pursue them.
A revolution in cancer treatment has begun. Immunotherapy is saving lives today and has the power to save many more in the future. The Cancer Research Institute sees a path to lasting cures and is committed to funding the most promising science wherever it's being done.
It's not just a scientific puzzle.
Immunotherapy, it means hope.
I want every person to have the same chance at life that I had. I know that the Cancer Research Institute won't stop until that becomes a reality for every cancer patient.
I'm proud of the work the Cancer Research Institute is doing to advance the science that makes these treatments possible. By funding all stages of research, from the lab to the clinic and everywhere in between, the Cancer Research Institute is helping scientists make new discoveries every day. These discoveries can become the cancer treatments of tomorrow. I hope that our program today will help you become familiar with cancer immunotherapy, and that the information we are providing you will help you to discuss with your healthcare team whether immunotherapy is an option for you or a loved one. I look forward to your comments and questions to the excellent presentations our experts are about to provide. Thank you for being here with us today.